would you look at, ooh, I'm blinded. Ooh, child. Ooh. Peacocks in Paris. All right, now, as we go through this process, please remember that I am an artist and I am sensitive about mine. Welcome to Pinkmas. Put it on your wish list. And nothing brings the magic like a peacock at Christmas. I love a peacock themed tree, so much so that I've done one every year for the past couple of years. I always include these gorgeous ornaments that I got from at home. I have about 8 of these that I normally put in a tree. It actually started in my dining room years ago. I had the twin trees there and I adorned them with the peacocks and teal and turquoise ornaments and absolutely loved it and have continued the tradition ever since. I have moved it in my living room, which you can take a look at that from the video that I posted last year. So one of the beauties of investing in Christmas decor is that you can use it year in and year out. So make sure you're investing in quality pieces that you really love because they're going to take you a long way, at least a couple of years. And this year I am taking it up a notch by putting it in my foyer on full display in all its glory. And not only do I have the baby peacocks, they are now babies because I have the mama. Oh my God, would you look at that? The big mama bird peacock. She is so glorious. And once I picked her up last year, I didn't have time to, redo the tree, but I knew I would bring it this year. My theme is going to be Peacocks in Paris. So let's get started. I'm going to take you through this entire process. I know I said I was going to do a lot of tours, but this one you have to see. You have to see a lot more of the process. So let's get started. I thought about this tree. This tree is 10 feet. I wanted a 12 foot, so I thought about putting it on risers, but instead I just made an extra 2 foot tall tree topper. That tree topper is completely made from other branches, and I put it on the very top of the 10-foot tree to extend it up. Here's the outcome, and yes, I decorated it on a box, and now I'm going to put it on top of the tree. So that is something that you may want to try. If you want your tree a little taller, go with an extra tall tree topper. So I'll be right back. I'm going to bring out the ladder. First thing I've got to do is decide where I'm going to put this beautiful peacock. And it's got these little feet in here that you can stick into the tree so it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, so let's just tuck her inside the tree. And those feet that she has are just grabbing right onto the branches. I don't even have to do much. Okay, so I couldn't put her at the very top like I wanted to because that topper is already fabricated of branches that I put together. The top of the tree actually stops right here. So all of that up there are branches that I added just for height. So they cannot secure the peacock like I originally had planned, but I think she looks just as good down a little bit in the tree where the tree can hold her and secure her. So she's good right there. She's not going anywhere. Got her nice in there, nice and tight. The color scheme that I have dreamt up for this tree is a very soft and feminine champagne and pink colors. So I don't want anything glaring like bright gold. I want a lot of pearlesque and champagne ornaments. So that is what I'm going for. Very soft, very feminine, and a very like you're just in a Parisian palace. What should we name her? You guys give my peacock a name. Leave their name in the comments. And then if you see a name that you like, put a heart beside it. And the one with the most hearts is probably the one that I am going to choose to name my peacock. So I want something right up in here. And I hope it's not sticking out on the other side. And then since I put that one here, I'm going to put the next one over here. Now, it is important to note that I am going to decorate this tree all the way around. This front is the focal point because, of course, the door is right there towards you guys. So the main focal point is the front. But I also have to decorate around the sides and the back because this is the walkway to the rest of the house, to the family room. So when you're back there in the family room, you can see the tree. So you can see it from all sides. If you're coming up from upstairs, you can see that side. So it literally has to be decorated from all sides. So it's going to take a lot of ornaments. I have champagne balls. I have jewels and a lot of ribbon. So the next thing I'm going to do is use my ribbon. Okay, and here is my ribbon. It is a light pink damask pattern and it's got a little gold etching on it. And this is from Michaels. It's a 4-inch wired ribbon. So it's going to do exactly what you need it to do. Okay, so just going to take my wire. I'm going to take my ribbon. I am going to scrunch it. I'm going to scrunch it up. And I'm only doing one pass on this ribbon. Okay. That's all I'm doing for this one. I'm going to twist it and I'm going to get scissors. Okay, so I am going to take the ribbon, fold it, take the ribbon, fold it, and then I'm going to scrunch it like so. And I'm going to twist it, fold it again, scrunch it all together. Make sure it's nice and even. And then I'm gonna take my wire and put it around there. Pull it nice and tight and twist. So this is a double loop bow. I'm only gonna do one double loop and then the rest I'm gonna do single loops. I'm gonna taper my ends. Tapering my ends, just cutting at an angle. And then we're gonna pop the tail like that. And then we're gonna go in the tree, tying the ribbon to the branch, and then I'm gonna do 3 loops and then end it. And I'm gonna turn my tree around just a little and then turn it back so that I can get over there to where I want it. is right about here. Just because I want the ribbon coming right over here with her. Now I love ribbon on a tree. Of course, it's optional. A lot of people skip ribbon because they simply don't know how to ribbon it. But this is a pretty good formula, if I do say so myself. So I have my double loops here, my tail, and then I went 3 levels of loops. And then I'm gonna cut right here. Drop that down, and I'm going to make a little fancy end tail, tapered tail here. Okay. So then I'm going to also turn my tree back around because I kind of wanted that on the front side. I do believe she was over here. Okay. All right, now as we go through this process, please remember that I am an artist and I am sensitive about mine. Okay, so look at this tree from an artistic point of view, okay? So I see a little space here that looks a little sparse and looks like it needs some TLC. So I'm gonna go in right here with my single loop ribbon. Because I want drama, but I don't want the ribbon to just overpower. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut the tail. Remember, we just cut at an angle upwards. Alright, gorgeous tail. And remember, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna loop it 3 times. I'm gonna secure it in the inside with branches because these branches are nice and strong, so they can hold some ribbon. Get it in there so it can loop really nice and dramatic. We want big dramatic loops. And then one more. This is the 3rd one. Okay. And then I'm going to, you see, I can't loop anymore. This is the end of that ribbon, but you always want a tail. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. I gotta find some different scissors. Because having to cut twice is not the move. No time for that. Okay, so we're just cutting upwards. To give us that nice fancy tail. And we want to make sure our ribbon is extra bubbly, so we're going to pop it out. This is wired ribbon. This is the benefit of having wired ribbon because it'll hold its shape. Okay. So boom, a boom, 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 a boom, boom, boom. You know, kids get happiness at Christmas, on Christmas morning, opening their gifts. I get joy from decorating the house. Do not mess with my joy. It brings me peace and happiness. Okay, so I'm going to do the other side. I have 1 or 2 more rows of this ribbon. Definitely got 1 more. I think I have a 3rd. Okay, so I'm going to ribbon the other side of the tree and then come back. Okay, so here's what we got so far. This is the ribbon, and I ribboned it all the way around. As you can see here. And this is the back that I was telling you all about. Okay. So I used 3 spools. Each 2 that you see is about 1 spool. So what have we done so far? So far, we've put on our topper. We have placed the main focal ornament, which is this gorgeous peacock. We've put the large flowers in the tree, and we've ribboned the tree. Unfortunately, the sun is setting, so you know what that means, a 2-parter. So I'll have to continue this tomorrow because, you know, I do so love the natural sunlight. And speaking of sunlight, because if there's one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to turn on this tree with my Alexa smart plug by saying, "Hey, Alexa, turn on my foyer plug." Okay, so I'm going to finish out some more of the tree off camera, and then I'll come back tomorrow with more. Before I leave, I'm going to show you some more of the ornaments that I'm going to put on the tree. One of the things you can see here is a sneak peek, are these big, large jeweled ornaments. I'm going to use some berries, champagne colored. And then I have some picks that I am going to group together and make a little grouping and place them in the tree. So I'm going to group these ornaments here. This is a pink champagne flower, champagne leaves, and little balls. I'm going to group those right into the tree. And would you look at God shining down his beautiful light on me? Ladies and gentlemen, if you have stuck around this long, you are in for a treat. I give you my fabulous Peacocks in Parish tree.